It's a busy period for the Senate committee members of privatization as they tour power utility locations and offices across the country. The focus is to find for themselves the challenges of the sector firsthand from the perspective of the practitioners, which suggests why they are here at Africa's biggest thermal plant. Reports say upon takeover, this plant could only generate 300 megawatts against the installed capacity of 1,320 megawatts. However, despite recovering all the stranded capacity, the plant is still challenged and several reasons have been attributed. As of September 2016, Egbin Power says it's been owed 90 billion naira for energy produced, supplied, but not paid for.
The plans going forward is to come up with a way not to completely restructure this, but to get it to work going forward. Part of that is liquidity. How do you make this market liquid? The other is how do you take care of the fuel issues? Because if we had the fuel, even if we had the capabilities of generating 1,320 with the fuel, we still have to get paid.
EKODISCO also had their time with the committee members. They blamed most of the industry woes on the faulty template, which serves as the operational guideline, arguing that the components of the multi-year tariff order, for instance, were not set with realistic variables.
Every DISCO operates through performance agreements, and the performance agreements are hinged on generation levels, your revenues, your tariffs, everything. If those foundational things are wrong, there's no way the DISCOs will be able to meet these targets of metering, new connections, loss reduction measures, which includes, the metering transformers, expanding your network and all that. All that is tied to your tariffs.
We were promised power of about 5,750 megawatts daily. That's what we were told. And this was what all the companies took to the bank. These were things that were supposed to be bankable, so we all went to the bank and sought loans and got loans and used what was in those agreements to get the revenue or the money to pay for these DISCOs. But from day one, power was never at 5,700.
We asked the committee chair if this oversight would end up as a photo event despite all the challenges raised. Here is what he said.
We need to look at the whole process and say, look, the intention was good, no doubt about it. What has gone wrong? What can be done to fix the problem? The biggest problem in Nigeria today is the lack of power. But we need to look at it and say, okay, we go back and say, have a public hearing, look at all the factors and come with a plan to actually make this work. So it's too early for me to tell you what we're going to do because we've had various opinions and various reasons why there's a problem, but we need to look at it and come back and say, but when we're done, I guarantee you, in a couple of weeks, we will come up with a master plan that I think and I believe the federal government will buy into, the privatized companies will buy into, BP will buy into, and we're going to solve this problem once and for all.
Government will do well to protect the sanctity of agreements reached when the arrangements were consummated. However, it is becoming increasingly clear that they can't stick to their roles as just regulators. It has to show more capacity in helping to secure guarantees for liquidity and perhaps tweak some provisions to suit current day realities. Olu Phillips, Channels Television News.